This podcast is brought to you by Electric Skateboards.
AttitudeConsultant.com.
Okay, we've got our friend Daniel Anear. How are you, mate?
I'm good, mate. How are you?
Yeah, very good. Thanks for dropping by the Miley Lounge.
No worries, mate.
Yeah, you profiled me. Is that right?
I sure did profile you, and we conclusively worked out you're a bit of a psychopath.
So we're doing the Myers-Briggs personality test, is that right?
That is correct.
Yeah, I get all of my guests to conduct the Myers-Briggs personality test.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah,
How do you do that?
I just we do Facebook quizzes. And
that's a bit more accurate than what I did over the last hour and a half with you.
Yeah, so which Disney character do you think I'd be? If I was a Disney character?
If you're a Disney character,
yeah.
Ooh, I don't know, some sort of a princess.
Oh, you reckon I'm a princess?
I reckon you're a princess deep down.
A psychopathic princess.
That's right. Aren't they all psychopathic?
I thought I'd be the villain.
I think all those princesses are the villain.
Oh, the princesses are the villains.
Yeah, I think if you scratch beneath the surface,
yep,
they're quite manipulative.
Oh, they are, aren't they?
They are.
Yeah, those Jezebel.
Oh, man.
So welcome to the Miley Lounge. If you don't mind, if you could please sign in.
No worries.
Security measures, so I'll just get you to sign in there.
Okay, thanks, mate.
Thanks, Dan. And I will assign you with the visitor's pass.
Okay.
It is quite official. And I have run you through the safety induction, so you are familiar with that?
I can't remember where the fire exits
The fire exits are located
that red door?
here and there.
Oh, there.
There is a bit of scaffolding there at the moment, so you do have to step through that. But that is issues that we are undergoing at the moment with Strata.
Okay.
So just push that aside. So if there is a fire, the safety doors will close, so you won't be able to get through there.
Okay.
You will have to push through the scaffolding.
Okay.
But that is being dealt with.
Push through Miley there with her moustache looking at me.
Yeah, Nikki put the moustache on Miley.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if that's a bit of a joke, but maybe it was a test, I think.
Yeah.
She was testing me.
Yes, I think so.
But I have left that moustache there. She's very sexy, Miley, isn't she?
Well, she was until that moustache
Until the moustache got put on there. Yeah, she's been desecrated by the girlfriend. But she is. What are your thoughts on Miley Cyrus? I ask a lot of people.
What are my thoughts on Miley Cyrus?
Yeah, you're a Miley fan.
Well, you've been selling it. You've
been
making a good case for Miley. I've got to say, she's probably not my type. But each their own.
Fair enough. Okay.
Yep.
Do you mind me asking
Have I hurt your feelings?
No, not at all.
No.
I actually thought about that. Like, I was in a conversation with someone over Miley, and she just said that she wasn't a fan and that she was offended by her behaviour, and it didn't affect me. I thought it might. But it's like, you know what? I respect that. I respect your opinion. I don't fucking agree with it. It's incorrect. But I wasn't offended by it.
Yeah. You brought the right attitude along.
Yeah, that's right. So, you're not a fan of Miley?
I'm indifferent.
You're indifferent? What is it you don't like about her, if you don't mind me asking?
Well, I don't know a lot about her.
Okay.
I mean, what I know about her is from you.
Okay.
And I'm not sure if you're representing her the same way her management would go about it. Correct me if I'm wrong.
I'm not going to correct you at all, but tell me more. I want to know more.
Tell you more? Well,
yeah.
I don't know. I don't have a lot of thoughts on Miley.
You don't think about Miley that
I
all?
don't think about her too regularly.
It is pretty hard to sit in the Miley Lounge and not think about Miley.
Well,
that's all I'm going to say.
You're the one looking at the wall here of you and Miley.
Yeah.
It kind of feels like she's just standing there behind me, actually.
Mm.
It's a bit eerie feeling.
It's eerie, is it? You feel like you're being watched.
I do.
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah, you got an eye on your T-shirt there, the all-seeing eye from 1984.
That's right. I had someone just the other day that thought I was born in 1984, and I was trying to tell them, no, that's not what this jumper's all about.
Yeah, that's right. It's the Big Brother 1984.
Brother,
yeah. They used that as the advertising campaign for the first Macintosh computer.
Did they really?
Yeah. Steve Jobs used it.
There you go.
And there was a lot of criticism because they used in the commercial.
I'm gonna have to look that up.
Yeah, check it out.
There you go. And what was the message?
I don't even fucking know what he was trying to say, really. He was just trying to be revolutionary, I think.
Yeah,
It was the new
another psychopath, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was highly manipulative.
Yeah.
The thing that was interesting was, he died of and he couldn't buy himself out of it. I think he tried to use natural therapies to get through.
I think he went vegan.
Yeah. I mean, what a pivotal point in his life where the first time he can't buy himself out of trouble.
Yeah, it's pretty humbling, isn't it?
It is.
All the money in the world, best access to best doctors, but no.
He taught us many things. He taught us to run away from our problems, Dan, and he ended up coming running back. Why? Because you need help.
That's true.
There's
you can't do it on your own.
You can't do it on your own. You can't do everything on your own.
No.
What a bad attitude to
That's
have.
True.
This is getting dark. Fucking move on quick.
Getting dark. Are you drinking a dark ale?
I'm drinking a dark ale. How good was that guy from just overheard us ordering a round of and says, mate, it's on me.
It was a life-changing moment. It was really that family vibe that they
it was.
To put out.
I want to endorse
all right.
from that. How about the Attitude Consultant be the face of AttitudeConsultant.com?
I hadn't had one until today.
Yeah, it's got that pineapple-y taste to it, so it'll make your jizz taste nicer. So Caitlin will appreciate that.
That's right, pineapple. And the scary thing is that you saying that, all I had was a picture of my mate that hates pineapple in my mind. Thanks for that. Terrible. I don't know how people can be so outspoken about hating pineapple.
What's the texture?
I think the texture, the taste. I don't know.
Oh, it's beautiful. I love a bit of pineapple.
How can you hate pineapple?
Well, I've always been rewarded for eating it.
And now drinking it.
Yeah, that's it.
Two birds with one stone. Have your beer and your pineapple in one go.
Yeah. A lot of guests that I bring on the show, Daniel, I ask them what success means to them. I have a feeling, knowing you, that you're going to fucking hate that question. Let's move it to a different line. What does trauma mean to you?
What does trauma mean to me?
Yeah.
I'm going to answer your first question.
Okay, sure.
Because I think success... Oh, they're probably linked, aren't they?
Yeah.
What did I say? That was so funny.
No, just the reverse psychology of the... you defiant creature.
That's right. No, I think success means being able to do what you want to do without being influenced and affected by others. So, success is whatever it means to you, and then you actually achieving that thing is success, if that makes sense.
It does.
So there's a lot of things that might seem like success, but they're external. You don't have that conviction. And, I was only saying to my wife the other day that projecting my life from here 10 years ahead, if I achieve what I want to achieve, I'm going to feel awesome. And actually realizing that all the people in my life probably won't really see or acknowledge or give a shit, because the things that I will see as success hold a little value. It's not what they're on about, and I don't care. Yep. I think once upon a time I would have cared, because for me it's not about I could list off anything that's other people's values, but it's about achieving what you want to achieve, and that takes some work.
Yep.
We don't all know what we want. I didn't know what I wanted when I was 21, 22. What I wanted to do, what I wanted to be when I grew up.
And what are your values?
What are my values?
Yeah.
I value being a good person. I'm not like a nice person, a compassionate person. Taking responsibility for those things that I have responsibility for.
That's rare.
Being reliable. Yeah. It's rare these days.
Yeah, it is.
It's not something our society values.
No. And it worked for Steve Jobs, didn't it?
That's right. You get rewarded for being an arsehole.
Yeah.
You think, it's obvious, have integrity, be a good person, but you don't always get rewarded for that. Sometimes you get kicked out.
Is there times in your life where you have been punished?
Yeah? Oh, gosh, what? It's a good example. No idea.
No idea. That's fine. Take your time with these questions too, because I'll just cut out the dead air.
Sure.
Yeah.
Why do we reward bad behaviour?
Yeah.
I think that we reward bad behaviour often because it's less confronting to us. So, whatever's expedient works well within our current system. And if someone's more of an asshole than you feel alright, you can get on your high horse. But we don't really know what to do with people that actually stick to their values, that actually stay true to what they say they want to do. I think of Russell Brand, you know, like, we knew better what to do with him when he was a drunk and an addict, and you know, it was all about money and power. And we were talking about Jim Carrey before, that the two of them are the same, but this kind of esoteric, spiritual, can't put them in a box, like, we just don't know what to do with that.
That's really good. No, I like that. I always forget that where I'm going. I just start spitting shit out left, right and centre. This is good that this isn't live.
It is.
So I can just... It actually... Sometimes it makes it a lot easier to edit when I do have pauses. So... So I'm kind of liking this set that we've got going here. Excuse me. I reckon you're right. We need to start doing video podcasts. Because we're talking about it. I mean, it's the start of September and I've got the fucking Christmas tree up still. There's Marley pictures everywhere. Talking about it is actually ridiculous. If we would actually
you need
show
to get it on video.
Need to get it on video, don't we?
I've got a set of cassette tapes here. It's really taken me back to my first car.
Before you go, I will make you up a cassette, because you've got a cassette player too, don't you?
I do.
Yeah, so I'll leave you with a cassette. I've got to do the cover for you.
Technically, it's my 5-year-old daughter's cassette player.
Oh,
I
is
gave
it?
it to her for her birthday.
Oh, right.
So she's a real retro type.
She's
got a Peter Coombe cassette.
Fantastic. Like her already. I have briefly met her last time we caught up.
Oh yeah, you did, didn't
Yeah,
you?
she marches to the beat of her own drum. I like her a lot.
She sure does. Yeah. She's all about cartwheels at the moment.
Oh, okay.
So, you know, I taught her how to do a cartwheel not long ago.
Yeah.
And she's way better at it than I am now. 2 minutes of trying and she was doing herself a one-handed cartwheel.
Right.
And next up, she reckons she's going to be doing no hands.
So airborne. She's
She'll
going
be
to airborne
It's
herself.
like a sideways flip, I suppose.
Wow.
And she's trying to do handstands now too.
Okay. And you've got, is it 2 or 3?
I got 3.
You got 3, yeah.
Yep.
Sorry,
I've
mate.
got
I'm trying to keep
5-year-old,
up.
a 2-year-old, and a 1-year-old.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. Full on, mate. You reckon
say
you're
that
going to have
again.
any more?
No, that's it.
That's it for you?
I've got an 8-seater car now, so I've achieved
okay.
my dream of being a van driver.
Yeah.
But yeah, no more.
You got the snip yet?
I have not.
You have
I have
not?
not. I've heard some horror stories about that.
Oh,
So
okay.
I'm still wondering about that one.
Yeah.
But no, there'll be no more, trust me.
Does
The
that-
baby bonus is gone, so why would you?
No incentive.
There's no incentive,
Yeah.
that's right. And I've already got a big screen TV, so I'm
When did
done.
they get rid of the baby
A
bonus?
few years
A
ago.
few years ago, yeah.
I think it was an option with our first,
Yeah.
but that was it from memory.
Tell me about being a father. Like, that's a pivotal change in your life. Tell me about that.
It is.
Yeah.
It was a shock. I remember when I had my first, being out of the house, hanging with whoever and going, it's actually possible to be a parent and have a moment in time when you're not with your kid,
Yeah.
having to do something. It's that encompassing. It's got this kind of claustrophobic feel to it.
Yeah, almost like being stuck in a bubble.
Yeah, I mean, I was still working.
Yeah.
You know, it's sort of next level if you're a stay-at-home mum. And yet, it's like anything that if you put in the time, you build a relationship with this little person and you teach them things and you watch them learn, you get this increasing investment. You know, the love you have from day one, at least for me, it pales in comparison to what you build and develop over time. And you start to realise that yeah, these people can come along with your life. You don't have to put your life on hold. And that's the best way to parent, to be an example of still having fun, still living life, trying to be lighthearted, I suppose.
Yeah.
So I bought an electric skateboard, and I'm loving it. And part of that was for the kids. It's like, mate, if I was a kid and my dad had an electric skateboard, that would be awesome. So why shouldn't I do that? So I have them jump on it, and we cruise around the block together, and it's like the same experience I had when I rode a Pee-wee 50 on a farm as a little kid.
It's good to hear the positive experience about parenting. Don't know if it's different to chatting to my female friends, but I know a lot of my male bloke friends really struggle with their relationship. They're no longer the top of the priority.
Yeah, I had that.
You had that?
Yeah.
You struggled with that?
Yeah, I struggled with that, and I think my wife struggled with that.
Yeah.
Because she was also aware of the changing dynamic. Yeah, we have a really good relationship, and I suppose that's a blessing because we don't get a lot of time together. Yeah, you've got to be careful to not just get into this very functional relationship where it's all about who's paying for what and who's getting the shopping and all this kind of thing. And yeah, that was an adjustment.
Yeah.
But I like a bit of space, a bit of my own space. I'm an only child, grew up that way, and never had too many other people around as a kid, and I sort of took second place when the first kid came along, but in another way I had a bit of freedom I hadn't had.
Yeah.
I wasn't the centre of attention in the way I was before, and so you kind of adapt, and pluses and minuses.
Adapt. Adapting is a good word, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah.
It's a good word for being a parent.
But how do you adapt without compromising who you are as a person?
It's really hard.
Yeah.
You have to make sacrifices. You have to compromise on things you want in the short term so you can gain your long-term ends.
Yes.
And so, I didn't have a lot of work and a lot of direction when my first daughter came along, but I didn't want to just go do whatever the heck I had to get money. I wanted my cake and eat it too. I wanted to do a job I liked that was fulfilling, that would keep me on the path I wanted to go on and still provide for my family.
Yeah.
Because who wants a dad that's depressed and unfulfilled? It all comes back around. If I'm doing what I want, I'm going to be a better parent. And I'm going to be more motivated to actually earn money and work and do a good job. So yeah, it was hard to not compromise. I had to compromise in the short term and not earn maybe as much money as I wanted.
Yep.
To be able to wiggle my way into the right gig.
And you are a dad now, though, which makes you a boring person.
That's right.
So they might hate you anyway.
I was boring before. That's right. That's right.
That's the thing that's horrible, is it? Says they're probably going to fucking hate me anyway.
That's right. They're going to be ungrateful anyway.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter what.
Yeah. Oh, mate.
So you're the host, but I'm going to ask you a question.
That always seems to happen, Daniel.
That always happens?
Because you're in the upper status seat.
Ah, is that what it is?
Yeah, so I kind of try to flip it around a little bit, so I'm in the position where I need to ask the questions, but I put you in the upper status.
I see.
It makes it interesting.
Well, you've made a rod for your own back.
Sorry?
You've made a rod for your own back now.
I have.
You're going to have to tell us all what it was like to be profiled and how you feel about being a newly identified... No, you weren't a psychopath. You thought you're a psychopath, but you're actually a feeler, aren't you?
I am a feeler, mate. Yeah.
You're not all head. You got a fair bit of heart as well.
There is a bit of heart to the attitude consultant. That is true. I often do battle with that. Yeah, I often see having these feelings as a sign of a weakness.
Well, that's what we're taught to believe, isn't it?
Yeah.
Aussie blokes don't have feelings. Just got to get on with it.
That's it. You got to man up.
Hard yakka.
What were you profiling for? You tell them about what you're doing.
So I'm doing a course at the moment.
Yeah.
Well, we're taught to basically be able to have a conversation with someone, and by the end of that, work out what their Myers-Briggs personality type is.
Yes.
And the reason there's a need to do this, rather than jumping online and doing one of those highly reliable Facebook quizzes, is the fact that they're not that reliable. Self-reporting. We don't know ourselves as well as we think we do. And so we're essentially taught how to be kind of like a detective, to pick up on little indicators of how people's brains are working, how they're learning and understanding information. And so I'm about almost 9 months into the course.
Yes.
Finishing up pretty soon.
And it's counselling, is that right?
It's been awesome. Well, no, it's just a course in learning how to work out someone's Myers-Briggs type.
Yes.
But I am studying counselling and coaching.
Okay.
And so the Attitude Consultant's really been an inspiration to me as I start to think about how can I make a career out of helping people and doing coaching. And to help people work out what their type is, and more than that, how does that apply?
Yep.
How can they improve their relationships? How can they get the job they want? How can they find fulfillment? How's their brain working in such a way that they can actually use that information to better themselves?
That's good.
It's been great. It's been a lot of fun. Met a lot of cool people. I'm going to LA in November to do a 1 week live event for my course.
Yes.
And then I'll start to provide a service.
Are you able to tell us more about this live event?
So the live event will be 5 days in LA with the group that I'm studying with. Yeah, we're going to have people come in and we're all going to work together to profile them, work out what type they are, and then debrief the process, and just have other kind of informative sessions. I'm just really looking forward to networking with people and getting to know people and just hang out in LA.
Perfect.
Yeah.
What about any other parts of America?
I'm not going to any others this time. My wife's actually from Minnesota.
Yep.
So I've been there quite a few times. Going to be catching up with a mate that's from San Diego, so he'll be coming down. So we'll hang out for a bit. Yeah, not on this trip.
Yep.
$1,000 round trip to LA.
That's alright, isn't it?
Why not?
Beautiful.
Can't afford not to go.
Where should we go from here? It's all been a bit serious, mate. This is good. Not used to doing serious stuff.
A bit serious.
No, normally I start just left field, but the problem is we talked a lot without recording, so we've got kind of nowhere to go.
Yeah.
Really. But as I was saying to you before, sometimes the best conversations are the ones that aren't being recorded.
It's true.
It's funny doing this whole podcast thing, just sort of sitting around going, hey guys, we're writing now.
Yeah.
Everyone, look at the selfie stick. We're doing stuff. We're being creative.
Yeah. Planned creativity.
Yeah, planned creativity.
Yeah.
Are you finding that, this whole social media thing?
Yeah, it's a weird one.
Remember the days, if you were sitting on like a bus or something and you pulled out your phone and you took a selfie, like that would be humiliating.
That's true.
But now it's normal.
It's just normal.
Yeah.
It's just normal. And if you're sitting there not on your phone, it's a bit weird.
Yeah,
it's a bit awkward.
You're a psychopath.
Yeah, that's right.
What's he up to?
What's he doing? He's just sitting there.
Yeah, he's in the middle of the food court, just eating by himself. It's good beer. It's a good dark beer.
It is a good dark
beer.
For
a dark conversation.
What are you drinking a dark beer on a hot day?
I don't know, mate. I'm going to put value on this podcast. I haven't earned a single cent off it yet. Everyone else has got their fucking handout. You know what, though? Sometimes, and I think I spoke about this last time we caught up. Sometimes I just want to go to a fancy Trousers restaurant and just pretend that I'm well off.
Well, let's do it.
Yeah, to splash out every now and then.
In an op shop suit.
Yeah.
Where would you go?
Where would I go?
Where would you go? Do you have a favourite?
Fancy suit restaurant. I actually don't have a favourite restaurant. No.
You're too accustomed to your local, aren't you?
Mate, I have no idea what the fuck's going on in the city. I live right in the city, and I barely leave the house.
That's what we were talking about before, isn't it? What a privilege it is to be able to live in the city.
Yeah. And
where in the world could you afford to buy a place in the city and just hang out?
Nowhere.
Without being rich?
Nowhere.
Couldn't do it.
No. Yeah, I don't know how I managed to nab that bank loan. I smashed it.
That's great.
Yeah. I'm just trying to hold it.
You hold it.
You reckon I'll hold it?
You'll hold it.
Yeah, well, I got through the shit. I got through the hardest points.
That's right. No, you'll pull it off.
The moment you try and do stuff on your own merit, it's just so fucking hard. But the fucking hoops that I had to jump through...
You rolled through them or you jumped through them?
I jumped through those.
Wow.
I fucking pirouetted through
That's
those
some
fuckers.
wheelchair performance there.
Oh, mate, I put the wheelchair aside. I said,
wow.
This is just me.
It's a miracle.
This is attitude.
AttitudeConsultant.com.
My pitch was basically, I don't have a backup plan. I'm going all in. I'm all on black. I said, we can have a lot of fun with this. I want you to be my mentor. And it's been endless laughs.
Oh, there you go. And have they been on?
No, he hasn't been on the podcast.
Hasn't been on?
No.
Is he open to it?
He's moved back to New Zealand because the fucking baby bonus ran out. I gotta cut this out because he's a subscriber. Mate, I need a piss. Can we just hold that for a sec?
No worries.
I'll remember to turn off my
About
mic this
5
time.
minutes
Yeah.
anyway.
Yeah, hold on a sec, mate.
Okay.
Just talk amongst yourself, mate.
You tried to get him on, did you?
Yeah, trying to get him on.
AttitudeConsultant.com.
Alright, I'm still rolling. Okay. So we've been mates for a while, haven't we?
Year 2000 we
2000? That was what a crazy time that was.
met. It was a crazy time. We were on the TV, on the Coke ad. Remember that?
I reckon it was the first commercial done on digital. A lot of the early stuff was shot on film and then they would do digital in post. But this was one of the first full digital cameras that I'd ever seen.
There you go.
Yeah, it was great. We were standing at the front of, I think it was next to the Moles Balls or something, and we had the Coke and they had to spritz it up.
Yeah.
And I had to be cheering on Kathy Freeman, and at the end it was like, Australia's enjoying it, go for the hug. But I just kind of dry humped it.
Yeah, I remember that. It was good memories.
Yeah.
Weird times.
How's your time going there, mate?
Yeah, that's about time. I've got to go to work.
Oh, you gotta go. Oh, Daddy's gotta go to work. All right.
That sounded disturbing.
Yes. Sorry, mate. The missus packed you a lunch, mate?
She did, actually.
Oh, sick. What's on the menu?
Tonight I got patties. Beef
Oh,
patties
fantastic.
and some baby spinach and carrot.
Oh, she's a good wife, mate.
It'll be good.
You gotta keep a
I
hold
had
of
some
that.
mustard. I got some seeded mustard with me as well. Put it
Yeah.
in my esky and
Yeah.
we're good to go.
Yeah, she's a good wife, mate.
She's a good wife.
Yeah. Do you mind me saying she's very attractive too? Do you mind me saying that? Is that
No, I don't mind.
Is that inappropriate?
It's not inappropriate.
No worries. Yeah, that's fine. No, you've done well, mate.
Thank you.
You met her at YWAM, didn't you?
I sure did. We've
Yep.
been together 8 years now.
Yes.
Yeah. No, well, we've been together 9 years and married 8. Yeah, it's good. Had to go outside of Australia to find the right one. Minnesotans.
Typical you, mate.
Sort.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Minnesota.
Minnesota. Very laid back, easy going.
Yeah. Was that so? YWAM Youth with a Mission? Is that
Youth with a
correct?
mission, that's it.
Yep. So you were out doing mission work,
I was once.
and then you ended up in the missionary position.
That's correct.
So you
That's
still
right.
do that? You still kind of both doing the youth work, or is that
I'm
more
still doing youth work.
Yeah.
Without the missionary position.
without the missionary position?
Without any missionary.
Yeah, nice.
I'm working with young people that have been removed from their families for whatever reason.
Yep.
And yeah, we just provide support, hopefully help them out,
Yep.
provide a safe home.
And how do you think the Myers-Briggs personality test is going to help with that, or is it?
I'm not
Is it
going
related
to.
at all?
Nah, they're not really related.
Can it help with actually providing care?
It can, yeah.
Yeah.
It can help me understand how the kids are working, how they're operating, how they're thinking, why they're doing what they're doing. So the kid I'm working with at the moment is quite introverted.
Mhm.
And so, understanding what that means and how that works is really helpful to know how to, best care for him.
Cool.
So that's good stuff.
Nice. Well, thanks for having a chat, mate, and thanks for profiling me.
No worries.
Is it okay if I maybe play some of that audio footage?
Sure, yeah.
Try and edit it in somehow?
Yeah. Bring some of that in.
Bring some of that in?
For sure.
Alright, and I'll flick that across to you as well so you can
Sounds
use
good.
that for your study.
Yeah, that'll be good. I appreciate it.
It'll be a win-win.
So you got the creative personality.
Apparently. Which helps when you're doing a podcast, I guess.
It does help.
Yeah. It's good to be creative.
It is.
And it's fun to create.
It is. And we've created a masterpiece here.
Yeah. This is a masterpiece, mate. A lot of people that I get on like yourself give you an opportunity to plug something at the end.
Oh, yeah.
Is there anything you want to promote?
Is there anything I want to promote?
Yes.
Electric skateboards, is that legit?
Mate, I'm happy for you to endorse electric skateboards. This podcast is brought to you by Electric Skateboards.
I can't believe it. I used to skate in the 90s and, we had to push it around. Now I've got a skateboard that can do 40 kilometres an hour for 25 kilometres on one battery charge. It's insane.
Wow. That's great.
So I feel like a kid again.
Yeah. Is it anything close to a hoverboard?
Yeah, there's a thing called a one wheel, which is one big wheel on a
I've
skateboard.
seen those.
And that apparently feels a lot more like riding a hoverboard, so I want to get one of those, but they're $3,000 at the moment.
Wow.
So, a bit of an investment.
They haven't even been... Mattel hasn't even been close to nailing it, have they?
They have not. No.
No.
We've all been waiting. There is a hoverboard. You can find it on YouTube. There is actually a hoverboard that uses some sort of chemical compound to push out like a steamy gas from underneath. I saw it the other day, and the person was like about an inch and a half off the ground.
Yep.
Riding it on a skate park and everything. It was literally hovering.
Okay.
So, but that's the closest we got.
Yeah. No, I don't think it'll be commercially available for at least another 10, 20 years. You wouldn't think, would you?
No. But these skateboards are getting crazy. I was watching one last night online. Dude was doing 65 kilometres an hour and he didn't even have it open full throttle. Reckon he could have got it up to 90.
All right.
On a skateboard.
Are they easier to ride than just a manual one?
They are.
They are?
Yeah, they're pretty easy. They're scarily easy, really. You could kill yourself pretty easily because you just push a button and it goes.
I remember as a kid I always wanted to ride a skateboard, but I never did because of that fear of just getting the piss taken out of me for stacking it and just being shit.
Yeah. I mean, I used to legit skate, and I wasn't a natural. I had to work hard, but there were a lot of posers. And they had all the gear, they had the board, and I only ever carried it. They might have had that same fear.
I had a big fear of being labelled a poser.
Yeah, there you go.
But now I thrive off posing.
Yeah.
Who doesn't want to be a poser?
That's right. Well, you got to be a poser.
Yeah.
And you got to be. I mean, if you're going to run a podcast, well, that's what you are. You're a poser.
You're a poser with your fucking Instagram filters. You're a poser.
Right. That's
Everyone.
Right. You edit it just to make you look good.
Yep. That's right. Everyone's a fucking poser.
AttitudeConsultant.com.
I got to go to work.
All right, mate. He's going to fuck off now. Yeah.
Fuck off. Yeah, I got to go to work. I got to earn the money.
What are you going to hop on your
electric skateboard?
Electric skateboard. Thanks, mate.
Thank you.
AttitudeConsultant.com.
Attitude Consultant is produced by Ryan Harry and distributed by the Ozcast Network.